Hi everybody, I'm Kayla from Krochets. I want to first thank you for watching my tutorial. I hope you learn a lot, and if you're kind of an advanced crocheter, I recommend just getting the pattern from the link below because I do go over the basics of crochet as I'm telling you about this specific project. But other than that, if you guys want more creative fun by Krochets, just click on the links below to my Facebook and Instagram pages. I definitely recommend, they're pretty fun. And other than that, just always remember to have fun. If you don't get it the first time, keep trying. Crochet is definitely an art that takes some practice. And good luck. You're just going to need 4 items: a pair of scissors, a threading needle, an 8mm crochet hook, and yarn, of course. I'm personally using the Bernay Maker, the home decor line, just because it's a little more natural fibers than acrylic. It's 72% cotton and 28% nylon, which I prefer. It's also a 5 bulky, so even if you don't get this exact yarn, that's just the size that I'm going for. So maybe get something along the same line. But other than that, let's get started. You're going to want to place your yarn over your fingers like so. You're going to wrap around and then cross like so. There you go. So you're making an X. Grab your crochet hook, go underneath the first one on the right, and pull through the one on the left. Then you're going to hold on to that little string, the end, and the other one, and pull tight. That's going to be your first slip knot. That's how you start every project. And then don't make it too tight against that crochet hook. As you can see, keep it pretty loose to make your chain. And to begin this, you're going to chain 10. If you do not know how to do so, I will show you. If you already know how to make a chain, you might want to fast forward this part. So to begin your first chain, you're going to yarn over and pull through, and that is your first chain. So continue to do so. So yarn over and pull through the loop, yarn over, pull through the loop. That's 3. And the number one tip I want to mention is as a beginner, I made my chains really tight, and that is a definite no-no. So just stay loose, stay comfortable, pull that yarn, even if you have to make it a little unnatural by pulling a little too much. It's better than being too tight. So anyway, 10, as a beginner, I didn't know this for a while. This on your hook, this little loop, does not count as a chain. So anytime it says chain, like a single crochet, second chain from hook, you're not going to count that one. So for this particular pattern, you are going to put a single crochet in the second chain from hook. So that's 1, and then there's second one. So you're going to single crochet, which you're going to put your hook through, yarn over, pull through, and now you have 2 pieces on your hook. You're going to yarn over one more time and pull through both. That is how you make a single crochet. So you're going to continue to do so to the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, and this is going to be a project that is worked in the rounds. So in some projects, you're going to notice that you like chain 1 and turn, but that is not the case for this one. So in the round, we're just going to be working on this side now. So you're going to turn your work actually this way. To continue on the other side, we're going to need to add a couple more stitches to this to make it not so tight. So you already have 1 in there. Go ahead and add 2 more for a total of 3. So 1 and 2, so that's a total of 3. And you're going to notice that your little piece right here is hanging and dangling. It's kind of in your way. I like to go ahead and work it in my project. That way I don't have to go back through and weave in the ends. But you're more than welcome to just leave it dangling if you'd rather just wait. So this time you're going to continue to crochet until you reach the last chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, And if you are weaving it in, you can go ahead and bring it on this side because this will be the inside of the bag. 6, 7, and 8, and then that last one you're going to go ahead and crochet another single crochet, and then you're going to slip stitch into that chain or into that first single crochet. And how you do a slip stitch is you stick your crochet hook through the stitch just like you were making a single crochet. You're going to yarn over, bring it through, and instead of making a single crochet, which is a yarn over bringing in through 2, a slip stitch, you just take that 1 and go through the 1. And then you're going to chain 1 to end that round. So let's just check to make sure we're have the right number. And how you do so is pull that loose, and just as a beginner, one other little pointer, these 2 stitches are right here, those count as 1 since you chained 1 right there. So never count each of those. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, which is what we want. So there's 20 stitches in that round, and we're going to continue to work with 20 the entire way. So this chain 1 does not count as a single crochet, so you're going to go ahead and put a single crochet right below it. So not in the next stitch, but right below. Yarn over, pull through 2. So that's beginning, and we're going to go ahead and put a single crochet in each stitch around. So I will meet you at the end. So again, that's a total of 20 single crochets for round 2. And that's 19 and 20. And you're going to slip stitch again into the first chain. And so just a reminder, this is the first chain, not that. That counts as that underneath that one. So you're going to slip stitch into this, yarn over, bring through 1, chain 1. And anytime you're not sure if you're making the right amount of stitches, just go ahead and count. As long as you have 20, you're right on track. So to begin round 3, this is whenever we're going to start the puff stitches. So if you've never done a puff stitch, just pay close attention, and you can always rewind to rewatch how to do it. So again, this chain 1 does not count as a single crochet. So we're going to go right below it and single crochet, because the pattern is 1 single crochet, 1 puff, 1 single crochet, 1 puff. So that's continuous all the way around, ending with a puff, and there will be a total of 10 puffs. So how to do a puff in this particular pattern is you yarn over like you're making a double crochet or half double crochet, and you stick through the stitch, yarn over, bring through. You have a total of 3 on your hook. Go ahead and pull that up. One big tip whenever making a puff stitch, you definitely want to keep it really loose. And if you end up being too tight, I would just start over instead of fighting it. So that's 1 time, and we're going to do a total of 4. So that's 1, yarn over, back through, yarn over, 2. You'll have a total of 5. Yarn over, back in, yarn over, out. You have a total of 7 on your hook. Yarn over, down, yarn over. You have a total of 9. I know it's hard to see on there, but there's a total of 9. And you're going to yarn over 1 more time and pull through. And all of them except for that last one. So now you have a total of 2 on your hook. Yarn over 1 last time to close the top of the puff stitch. And that is a puff stitch. So now you're going to single crochet, puff, single crochet, puff, again all the way around. The very last couple of stitches. I'm just going to single crochet 1 last time and 1 more puff. Again, a total of 10 puff stitches. I may have made this one a little too tight. There we go. All right, and once you make your last puff stitch, you are going to slip stitch into the first single crochet and then chain 1. Again, just to make sure we're on track, you're just going to count 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and so for round 4, you're just going to single crochet around. Again, the chain one does not count as a single crochet, so put one right below it and continue. You should have a total of 20 single crochets by the end of the round, and then just slip stitch back to that first single crochet. All right, we're on our last stitch, so that's 19 and 20. And again, just go ahead and slip stitch into the first single crochet. Chain one. Again, just check your work. If you have 20 stitches around, you are on track. So for round number 5, you're going to repeat round number 3, which is the puff stitch round. You're going to single crochet, puff stitch, single crochet, puff stitch. So go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you at the end. All right, and we're on our last stitch. So I just did a single. I'm going to do my last puff, which is our 10th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, pull through. All right, and then again, you're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet, chain one. And this next round, so round 6, I believe. It is round 6. You're going to single crochet in each round, in each stitch around. So again, a total of 20. My last stitch for the single crochet round, this is 20. We're going to slip stitch into the top of the first stitch. There we go. Chain one. Again, this round is going to be a puff stitch round. So go ahead and single crochet right beneath your chain one and then puff stitch in the next. And again, I will meet you at the end. So just continue to do a single crochet, puff, single crochet, puff, for a total of 10 puff stitches. I'm coming up on my very last puff stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4. My yarn ball was giving me a little hard time, so this one might be a little tight. Okay, and see if it gets tight like that? You just redo it. So you're not the only one who messes up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really pull that yarn. There we go. We're going to slip stitch. All right, and we are on our last row. All you have to do to finish this, to make it look like your ending little soap saver, is to single crochet around the top. And then you're going to finish off, and I'll show you how to do that as well. Up on my last single crochet for the last round, and then we're going to slip stitch one final time, like that. You're going to chain one, and that's going to make that a nice little knot for your ending, and you're going to cut a good amount off, just so you can have some yarn to weave in the ends, and it doesn't come back out. So you're going to pull and tighten, and that's how you tighten that. But there you go. That is how you're almost done. We just have to make a little tie for the top so you can lock in that soap. And you can always just make it bigger to get your soap back out. So how you go about doing that, it's really simple. Put your bag aside. Go ahead and grab another piece of yarn. And you can make it a different color you want if you want, or you can even change your hook size to a smaller size if you want a smaller little chain. I continue with the same stuff. So go ahead and make that slip knot again to start off. And you're just going to chain 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 26, 27, 28, 29. All right, and then you're just going to go ahead and grab your scissors and cut. You don't need that much extra on this because you're going to cut it anyways. So go ahead and pull that. Again, it's going to automatically make a nice knot for you. And you can cut fairly close, like right there. Go ahead and keep one side on. That way you can weave it in with a nice little tail. Now, before we put the chain in to tighten the baggie, you're going to go ahead and weave this top. Oh, wrong side. This top little tail in. Since we already weaved in the bottom one, you don't have to worry about that. And if you didn't, you just turn it inside out and weave that in. I'm just going to go ahead and cut my bottom one actually, because it's already weaved in. So there we go. You're just going to weave this one in. You can actually keep it inside out if you want. It makes it a little easier. And Mikey from the Crochet Crowd always taught me when I watched his tutorials to always go in and then straight back to the same area, like so back up in a different area, but like back to where you were and then back down again. So you always do it 3 times. That way it does not come loose and your little ends don't come out. So that's some good advice from Mikey. And if you haven't seen any of his tutorials, I definitely recommend going to check him out. He is pretty fun, and he's a great teacher. So that's how actually I learned, is I watched his tutorials. You're going to snip that. All right, so now your basket's all pretty and ready for your chain 30 to go in. So you're just going to put that on your needle. And all you're going to do is you're going to weave in and out of the single crochets on the top row. So in, under, above, and under. And you're just going to go all the way around. Go ahead and pull that almost all the way, such as that. And you're almost finished. You're just going to continue to do so. But yeah, I would really appreciate if you did watch this video, if you could just kind of critique me. This is my very first tutorial. I hope I was specific enough. And if you didn't like something, or if you did like something, I'd love to hear your comments or read your comments. So please do so if you did take advantage of this free tutorial. And please let me know if you have any other questions or if you want me to do a tutorial on something different. All right, again, thanks for watching. Go ahead and clip this off, and then you have your own little soap bag. You can make this for gifts or, again, for yourself.